And welcome to another edition of Uncovering the Classics. As you can tell from the introduction, we're going to be talking about Ambrosia's Biggest Part of Me today. It is 45 I had as a kid. It was one of my top 10 songs of all time. I even had the privilege of having David Pack in the recording studio in the 90s, had him sign my 45, so that was pretty cool. And still love this song to this day. I'm going to be talking about the main layer that happens in this song. As the song goes along, it builds. The song starts with your basic Fender Rhodes and then adds piano in the verses as the part changes, becomes a little bit more rhythmic. And then as the song progresses, right before the second chorus, a little synth brass is added to the layer and it comes in and out until the end of the tune. So I'm going to be showing you how you can do that. My particular setup is a Roland RD800 here in the studio and main stage, but you'll be able to do this with any keyboard with several layers on it, such as the RD2000 or a motif. I prefer to use main stage because I can do this hands-free using expression pedals and other assignable controllers on the keyboard to bring layers in and out, and I'm going to explain how to do that. So the song starts with your basic Fender Rhodes, and then once that first verse hits, I like to kick in that piano part. The way I do that is with an expression pedal. So I go on the channel strip that controls the Rhodes and I turn off the expression pedal, making sure that the basic Rhodes patch ignores my expression pedal moves. That way I can leave the piano out at the beginning of the song with the expression pedal and still have the Rhodes firing at full volume. Now, once the second chorus hits, or 2 bars before, there's a synth brass patch that's added to the same layer. It's basically the same part. It's just thickened up a little bit more with some synth brass. So if you don't have a second expression pedal, you can assign it to a mod wheel that's not spring-loaded. This particular Roland RD800 has a spring-loaded mod wheel. But for our purposes, I'm going to show it on this keyboard because it's what's in my studio. But the RD2000 has 2 mod wheels that stay in the up position, and those are perfect for adding extra layers. So for our purposes today, I'm going to show it with this wheel. So it's got that third layer added in. It gets away from my hands-free approach a little bit, but it's just a quick move with your left hand on that mod wheel. And you can also, once you assign it in main stage, you can set the maximum volume it goes to so you don't have to worry about it being too loud. Of course, you can also do that over at the control strip with your volume fader as well. But I just don't want to think about it. I want to be able to grab that mod wheel and push it all the way up and not worry about it being too loud. So just make sure that you regulate that before you save the patch, and when you call it up, it'll be a no-brainer. So that's Ambrosia's Biggest Part of Me. There's also a B3 part and a string part. So this is a tough one to do with just one keyboardist in the band. I'm a big proponent of having at least 2 keyboardists, but I know that there's bands out there and it's a lot of mouths to feed. But it really adds to have that B3 in there and the string part as well. And of course, the vocals are fantastic on this song. So the more singers in the band, the better. It's, from what I can tell, at least a 4-part arrangement in certain places. But enjoy, and Thanks, Ambrosia, for a great song, and hope you guys can check into doing this with your band. And check us out if you're ever in Nashville, and we'll see you next time.